Wall Street's campaign to hire black talent isn't going so well. For those professionals who get job offers on Wall Street, there's pay and benefits to consider, but also isolation, bias and racism. She wrote a story on this. For more, we bring in Bloomberg's Kelsey Butler. Kelsey, when you were reporting this out, I'm sure it was difficult. I'm sure you also heard many excuses, reasons and so on. Tell us what you found.
Yes, definitely. It was really interesting as I spoke with a bunch of black workers on Wall Street about what are some of the kinds of things that they think about when they take a job. Obviously, the experiences were really individual, but certain themes really came up, and a lot of it was just about legwork. Taking a look at the bio pages of the senior teams and the C-suites of the places that they were interviewing at to see if diversity was really part of the DNA, and also tapping their own whisper networks to find out about hiring, compensation, and culture, to prevent themselves from really walking into a situation where they would go into a place that could be depleting or even hostile.
Kelsey, what measures are being put in place to make sure this time truly is different, that there really is going to be concerted action on solving a problem that we've known about for a long time and that has been given lip service for a long time?
Definitely. So I think one of the things that is coming up is certain banks, Wells Fargo was the most recent one, are now tying compensation to this issue of getting more diverse candidates in the door. Some of my sources are a bit skeptical because that number of black workers on Wall Street hasn't really budged from 8% in over a decade. So I think firms really need to take a look at from a top-down in an authentic way to make sure that they're not only getting people in the door, but preventing that from being a revolving door and allowing opportunities for advancement and promotion as well.
Kelsey, in your story, you say that firms can get up to a certain percentage, but it sort of stalls out there. And of course, that's a problem in itself, because if things don't keep growing, then as you say, the pipeline gets depleted. And so then there's a whole other set of excuses. But there are plenty of candidates out there. There are plenty of people going through business schools or into, minority owned firms or just firms that that do cultivate this kind of talent. So why is it so difficult for the bigger banks?
So, that's a really good question, and it's something that no one has really been able to answer, but those candidates really do exist. And I spoke with a source who is a co-founder of her own asset management firm, who really said if you aren't able to find diverse candidates, you're not looking hard enough. Another source that I spoke with at an executive search firm said, you can't just post and pray. You really have to go deeper, tap non-traditional channels for finding potential employees, and make sure that there are rules in place to ensure that women and minorities are part of the pools of candidates before the final decision is made.